how's it going? Just wanted to do a quick video. The other day I did a video on how to become a generalist, which is basically a multi-specialist for disease indications, for therapeutic indications. This video is a little more complicated, but same concept, how to become a generalist for positions. So and there's two different kinds, so let me explain them first, it'll make more sense. So some of them are natural progressions, like vertical progression. So a perfect example of this is being a study coordinator and then putting in your time as a coordinator, usually 2 years, sometimes more, depends on you, depends on who's recruiting you. Being a coordinator and then leveling up to a CRA. Okay, another even less difficult to conceive vertical jump would be a coordinator to a site director. Okay, these are natural things. You don't really have to do anything except put in your time, gain the experience, and then obviously have ambition for it. So these are the easy ones to conceive. The more difficult ones would be something that would be like a horizontal jump. So let's say, for example, you're a coordinator right now, but you want to be regulatory affairs. Okay, this is much more difficult. This is not natural. These horizontal jumps are not vertical jumps, they're horizontal jumps. So you're gonna have to do extra things that are not part of your job description. For example, it may be easy if you're an academic institution and you're a coordinator to ask HR or ask your manager or somebody, hey, I want to actually learn more about regulatory affairs. If you have a good employer, oftentimes they'll be willing to help you. Even if you tell them, I want to do this in my spare time, I'll continue doing my job as a coordinator, but I want to do this in my spare time to pick up these skills, okay? If you're not fortunate enough to be in one of these situations with a good employer, or even at an employer with enough capabilities, maybe you're at a small research site and not at a hospital or academic center, then you have to network. You have to go to conferences, you have to network with people, talk to people who are already doing what you're doing, and basically tell them, hey, what is it that you do? How can I help? This is my CV, this is what I have, these are my skills, this is what I know how to do. I want to learn regulatory affairs. Or maybe it's something else, regulatory affairs is the one that came to mind. So networking for these horizontal jumps that are not easy for you to gain the skills in your own organization, really I see no other things to do other than networking, going to conferences, learning about these things, taking courses on these things. There are courses on these very niche things that you can learn, like regulatory affairs, interning in your spare time. This is why it's difficult to do, but if you want to be a generalist, which is basically a multi-specialist, you've got to master your current role and simultaneously do or learn skills for your new role. So very similar to the therapeutic indications, but this is for the actual job positions. Let me know what you think about this, and let me know if you think there's any other strategies. I think networking, conferences, and possibly LinkedIn as well, which kind of serves as a 24/7, 365 all-around networking event. But then putting in the work in your spare time to master these skills, that's the hard part, and that's what's going to separate people who are successful in becoming multi-specialists and soon to be generalists, and those that just wish that they were. Let me know your thoughts. Take care.